Think your brand new car requires no maintenance? Think again. Believe us, trusting the owner's manual blindly will cost you a heavy repair bill. This is how manufacturers trap buyers by recommending the first oil change after 5,000 to 10,000 miles, making their cars look hassle-free. But here's the reality check. Every new car goes through a break-in phase as soon as you put it in drive. Keep watching because in this video, I will reveal one action that will greatly extend the life of your brand new vehicle. Timely action matters the most. Buying a new car feels like the start of a perfect journey, shiny, spotless, and ready to hit the road. Most people believe that since it's brand new, it doesn't need any special care. They think modern engines are so advanced that no extra maintenance is needed early on, but that's not entirely true. Every new car goes through a break-in phase, the first few hundred miles where the engine is still adjusting. Inside the engine, parts like pistons, bearings, and valves are rubbing together to create the perfect fit. Even though they're built with precision, they still need time to settle. Here's where the problem starts. This process leaves behind tiny metal particles that mix into the engine oil. Many people assume fresh oil lasts thousands of miles, but during this phase, the oil collects debris that can act like sandpaper, slowly wearing down engine parts. Over time, this can reduce performance, increase fuel consumption, and even lead to expensive repairs. Many drivers assume that the oil filter will take care of any debris during the break-in phase. After all, that's what filters are for, right? But here's the problem. Oil filters aren't 100% foolproof. While they do a great job trapping larger contaminants, they can't catch everything. The tiniest metal particles, the ones you can't even see, are the most dangerous. These microscopic fragments slip through the filter and keep circulating through the engine, acting like fine sandpaper on delicate moving parts. Over time, this constant friction wears down critical components like the pistons, bearings, and cylinder walls, leading to reduced performance, poor fuel efficiency, and even long-term engine damage. The best fix? An early oil change to flush out break-in debris. But you don't need to listen to our advice, rather check it on your own. Here are a few early warning signs that hint towards the extra care your brand new car needs at this time. Metallic sheen in the oil. If you check the oil dipstick and notice a slight shimmer or tiny metallic specks, that's a sign of metal particles from the engine wearing in. While this is normal during break-in, leaving that dirty oil in too long can cause excessive wear. Slightly rough engine feel. A brand new engine might not feel as smooth as you'd expect. During the first few hundred miles, you may notice a slightly rougher idle or a subtle vibration as the internal parts settle into place. Oil getting dirty faster. If you check your oil after just a few hundred miles and it already looks darker than expected, that's because it's collecting microscopic debris from the break-in process. A fresh oil change helps flush these contaminants out early, slightly lower fuel efficiency. A new engine isn't running at peak efficiency right away. As metal parts wear into their proper fit, friction levels change, sometimes causing a small dip in fuel economy until the engine fully breaks in. Faint burning smell. In some cases, you might notice a slight burnt oil smell as new engine components wear in. This is due to excess friction and tiny metal particles heating up. If the smell persists, it could mean excess wear and poor lubrication. Ignoring these signs won't cause an immediate breakdown, but over time, they can lead to premature engine wear and performance issues. If you are enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Moving on. What if one super easy step could make your engine last years longer? Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the deal. Changing your oil after just 500 miles is one of the smartest things you can do for your new car. Most people assume their brand new car doesn't need any special care early on because the owner's manual says so. But blindly trusting that recommendation isn't always the best idea. Manufacturers want their cars to seem as low maintenance as possible to attract buyers, so they often push longer oil change intervals. What they don't mention is that during the first few hundred miles, tiny metal particles from the engine's break-in process mix into the oil. If that dirty oil isn't swapped out early, those particles keep circulating, slowly wearing down the engine from the inside. A 500-mile oil change flushes out all that hidden junk, giving your engine clean oil to run smoothly and stay healthy for years. It's such a simple step, yet so many new car owners skip it. Even mechanics swear by this advice. Well, if they are genuine to you. Personally, we've seen countless cases where early oil changes have helped engines stay smoother, stronger, and more reliable for years. If you are an experienced driver, you would know that Ford recommends the first oil change for their F-150 after 7,500 to 10,000 miles. A friend shared his experience of buying a 2021 Ford F-150 brand new and following the manufacturer's recommendation, waiting until 7,500 miles for the first oil change. By the time he hit 50,000 miles, he started noticing rough idling, sluggish acceleration, and a slight drop in fuel efficiency. Meanwhile, another driver with the exact same truck did his first oil change at 500 miles, then again at 3,000 miles, and guess what? His F-150 is still running like new at over 100,000 miles, with no noticeable loss in performance. The difference? That early oil change flushed out all the microscopic metal debris before it had the chance to circulate through the engine and cause long-term wear. Mechanics who've worked on engines for years will tell you the same thing. Early oil changes keep engines running longer and smoother. It's a small, inexpensive step that can prevent expensive repairs down the road. So while manufacturers might say you can wait thousands of miles, those who truly understand engine health know better. For the recommended early oil change, you have two easy options. You can do it yourself, DIY, or take your car to a trusted mechanic. Both methods work as long as the oil is changed properly, so it really comes down to what you're comfortable with. If you're someone who enjoys working on cars, doing it yourself can save money and give you more control over the process. Here is a step-by-step guide for your first DIY oil change. Gather your tools and supplies. You'll need the correct type and amount of engine oil, check your owner's manual, a new oil filter, a wrench to remove the drain plug, an oil drain pan to catch the old oil, a funnel to pour new oil easily. Prepare your car, park on level ground, turn off the engine and let it cool for a few minutes. Drain the old oil, place the drain pan under the oil pan, remove the drain plug with a wrench and let the oil fully drain. Replace the oil filter, unscrew the old filter, apply a little fresh oil to the gasket of the new filter and screw it in place. Pour in fresh oil, use a funnel to add the new oil, following your car's recommended amount. Check oil levels and start the engine. Use the dipstick to check the oil level, start the engine for a minute, then check for leaks. Dispose of old oil properly. Take the used oil to a recycling center or auto shop that accepts old oil. For those who aren't comfortable getting their hands dirty, a mechanic or dealership can handle the job quickly. Most shops will check other fluids and inspect for any early signs of wear while they're at it. While this option costs a little more, it's a hassle-free way to ensure your engine gets clean, fresh oil during its break-in phase. Follow these steps. Find a trusted mechanic or dealership. Look for a reputable auto shop or go to your dealership service center. Schedule an appointment or walk in. Many places allow walk-ins, but scheduling ahead can save time. Mention it's an early oil change. Let them know it's for a new car's break-in phase so they use the right oil and filter. Wait while they change the oil. Most oil changes take 20 to 30 minutes. Some shops will also check other fluids and inspect for leaks. Pay and keep the receipt, as keeping a record of your oil changes helps with warranty claims and future maintenance. Whichever method you choose, the key is getting that first oil change done early. It's a simple step that can save your engine from long-term damage. Many drivers assume modern cars don't need early maintenance, but as we've discussed, the break-in phase creates tiny metal particles that circulate through the oil, slowly wearing down engine components. Ignoring this step might not cause immediate problems, but over time, it can lead to reduced performance, poor fuel efficiency, and costly repairs. By changing the oil at 500 miles, you're flushing out these harmful particles before they have a chance to cause damage. This one small habit can make a big difference in keeping your engine running smoothly for years. And it doesn't stop there. Building a routine of regular inspections and preventive care ensures your car stays in peak condition long after the break-in phase. What do you think about the 500-mile oil change rule? Have you ever taken extra steps to protect a brand new car? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. If you enjoyed this secret tip, stick around for the next video where I'll share more expert tricks to cut down on repair costs and keep your car running like new.